What's up, everyone? Jeremy here from, the Jeremy Hambly channel, a place where I can be a little more uncensored, have a little more fun, cover topics that maybe are a little too spicy for the main. Fair topic. It would be fair to say that I am suffering from fatigue. Fatigue of lawless behavior not going punished. Quite frankly, I don't think it's any one. I mean, it is one particular group of people that are generally fatiguing most people, but it's not that I'm fatigued with. It's that they're not getting arrested and they're not getting put in jail and they're not being kept in jail. I am fatigued by liberal judges, liberal justices, liberal district attorneys, liberal governors who are putting actual aggressive, dangerous people. Even if they do arrest them, they're generally letting them out that same day. And if they do get some sort of prison sentence, it's usually a couple weeks or a month. I mean, these people are not serving out their full prison terms. They're not, and they're being reintegrated with, law-abiding citizens far too quickly. Here we have a Kentucky woman causing $1,000 in damages during a rampage at Little Caesars. Now, I got to be honest with you. I loved me some Little Caesars when I was growing up. They had $5 pepperonis. I don't think you could get sausage. I think it was only pepperoni or cheese, if I can remember. It was like a $5 large. And I'm talking, well, this would have been 20 years ago when I was in high school. We would go there all the time. $5 pizza and a 2-liter of soda for like $6. You couldn't get more food for less. And, I'm not saying it was the best pizza ever. I'm just saying it was a lot of pizza for $5. A lot of nights, a lot of drunken nights, finished off with Little Caesars, and hungover mornings started with cold Little Caesars and a lot of diarrhea. But causing $1,000 in damage inside of a Little Caesars takes some real work. If you've ever been in there, it's basically like a prison. There's like a tile floor. There's a little fridge for soda to the right of you. That's kind of it. Hot and angry. A Kentucky woman was arrested last week for going on a destructive and costly rampage inside of Little Caesars. By the way, we've got an update on this thug concert goer getting some comeuppance too, so stick around for that. Same video. A Kentucky woman arrested last week went on a destructive and costly rampage inside of a Little Caesars after learning she would be charged for extra sauce. Look, everyone knows they don't give you enough sauce for the crazy bread, all right? But everyone also knows that a cup of sauce is like a quarter or 50 cents. I don't know what it is nowadays because I haven't been to Little Caesars in a long time. I think Domino's has defeated them on the cheap pizza game. But she was arrested months after she damaged a Louisville Little Caesars location in January when she requested an extra. This is a brand new article, by the way. She was finally arrested in October, 10 months later. This is what I'm talking about. This is clearly somebody that is not capable of being a part of civilized society. They are not capable of processing normal emotions, and so they should be in prison. I don't really think that is unreasonable, right? A store employee informed her that the additional sauce would cost $1. Haynes allegedly created a disturbance in the store and began knocking items off the counter onto the floor. After the employee informed her that the additional sauce would be $1, Haynes allegedly created a disturbance, shoved the items off the counter, including a pricey computer stand and register, police told the outlet. Haynes caused a whopping $1,000 in damage during the frenzy, according to the documents. Surveillance video, the store allegedly caught her outburst, investigators said. Haynes was not arrested until September 22nd, let's call it 10 months. 10 months after, because cops don't give a damn about this stuff. But the problem is society, the crimes in the dissolution, the fall of society starts with littering, graffiti, acts, behavior like this. She, by the way, she was not arrested until September 22nd when police responded to another unrelated incident where the same person threw a brick at a car belonging to the father of her child, court documents said. So this is a very violent person throwing bricks. Now, she's currently facing criminal mischief and assault charges. Haynes was slated to appear again in court on Wednesday. I just, I wonder why anyone would even want to work counter service where you have to interact with the general public. Some of these are likely to be present. Yeah. But I do have a good update in this story. Remember this teen? I'm not going to show the video, but unleashing a torrent of punches on that poor elderly man who was just asking him to sit in the correct seat, by the way. He wasn't hassling him. He wasn't bugging him for, he wasn't being racist. This kid was in the wrong seat. The people who owned that seat said, yo, get out of my seat. Even they knew, hey, let's not interact with this kid because he's probably violent, because this community has a massive problem with that. And he decided to beat an elderly man. Well, finally, after months of pressure, I can now report to you that this thug was charged. A 14-year-old who was caught on camera attacking a terrified grandfather at a rap concert has finally been charged with assault. The teenager, who has not been named because he's an underager, was slapped with a felony assault charge and one misdemeanor assault charge for allegedly pummeling the elderly man. Now, I'll probably tell you this much. They're probably going to drop the felony and give him just a misdemeanor. Watch. I may not report on it. I may not see it. But some liberal judge is going to quietly drop this down to misdemeanor. He'll do no time, and he'll be right back out in public pummeling elderly white people. I will bet you 10 internet points that this kid's felony charge will be dropped down to misdemeanor. We'll wait and see, but I'm pretty sure I'll be right. Now, the poor 66-year-old grandfather merely asked a juvenile to move to the correct seat during a performance when he exploded in a fit of rage, throwing a barrage of punches at him. The boy then closed in on Schlange with fists clenched. Eventually, the entitled boy was dragged away as the elderly man was seen laying on the ground in a heap, having lost his glasses. Speaking with Fox last week, Schlange said, I mean, it is serious. I went down and had blows to my head, recalling the attack. He had just getting him off me because he was so enraged. We're just, in essence, trying to protect the fans. Images taken of Schlange following the attack showed his face bloodied and bruised with a broken nose. A GoFundMe page was set up last week by his grandson and has raised more than $12,000. That's probably good for a broken nose. Now it's got $13,500. Good for him. Hearings in the case will be kept behind closed doors, with state laws in Missouri also requiring the name and those juveniles in the justice system to be confidential. Robert McDaniel caught the disturbing attack on video while at the concert. He told the Daily Mail that concert goers pointed the teen out to the elderly man. He said he beat him up because his ticket was in another section. He broke his nose. We all know, I'm trying to help these kids. He said, I don't know if you necessarily are. Helping the kid would have been pulling him off, or getting in between him and this elderly man before he attacked him instead of just filming it on your cell phone. But, that's neither here nor there. Thomas is backing everybody back. He's just doing his job, telling everybody to clear the stairway, and this kid just keeps coming down. The kid just pushed him, and he beat the crap out of him, and he pushed him, and he wasn't even feeling it. It was something had to be done. I have a family member that age. This isn't right. I was raised with morals and values. You can't act like that, especially with our elders. A statement from officials in Jackson County said the juvenile office of the 16th Judicial Court has filed one felony assault charge and one misdemeanor assault charge against a juvenile in connection with the incident at T-Mobile Center on September 21st. Now, again, this was, a little quicker. This was 2 weeks ago, roughly. So it's good that we're seeing some justice. I am sure that this old man never would have got justice if somebody didn't film it. So I guess in that way, I'm thankful that the World Star generation just keeps filming themselves committing crimes. Hearings in these cases are not open to the public, and Missouri law requires the names of juveniles in the juvenile system to be confidential. Now, do we know? How about this rapper, NBA Youngboy? How about he blesses up the security guard? Charge him with a hate crime too. Nothing will come of this if it's in juvenile court system. He acted like an adult. He should be held accountable like an adult. I totally agree with that. People are out of control. By the way, it's not just, look at this guy. Tennessee man pleads guilty to threatening a Little Caesars worker with an AK-47 over a wait for pizza. This was 2 weeks ago. What is going on with people? This is a crazy old meth head white guy. I never expected someone to come in over a $6 pizza that you paid with an AK, Muriel said. Another customer had just received her pie, handed it to Doty to diffuse the situation. He left with that customer's pizza before, by the way, whoever that other customer was, hero. Absolute hero. It wasn't even a 10-minute wait when he came in with his weapon. If he had not come in with a weapon in his hand, he might have had to wait another 2 minutes. It had already been boxed in his hand. Like, people are crazy out there. I've said that, you know, demons are walking among us, but it's crazier than that. Like, we're talking about a $6 pizza from Little Caesars. You're going to go to prison over it. Both of these people. This idiot, this kid probably will be out again to beat more elderly people because that's what our system says. But I mean, it's nuts. Society needs to get this issue under control. And quite frankly, the only way to do it is to throw these people into prison and keep them there for the full extent of their sentences. Build more prisons immediately. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it and subscribe down below. Remember, this is my second channel, and we'll talk to you again real soon.